Hello. Hi. No worries. Hello, family and friends. Normally on my blog I do written updates, but so much has happened this week that I thought it would be a lot easier to just do a video. I also feel like I've talked to a lot more people this week than I usually do when I'm just in Chicago, and so I thought that this would be the best way to easily broadcast any important updates to everyone. Updates on this week. I arrived a few days ago. I made a little snapshot video of my journey over here, so you guys can watch that if you want. I don't want to talk too much about it just because it was a long day with a lot of travel and nothing really exciting happened. I arrived in Rome on the 11th. I arrived the 10th. I arrived at the Rome Center on the 11th and I've been here since. I have moved into my room. I haven't unpacked yet, but I have arrived, and I'll try to show a video of what our rooms look like and just kind of the living situation because it's a little bit different than it is at Loyola Chicago. Or if you can hear other people chatting in the hall. The walls here are really, really thin. The center was originally a convent, and so all of the walls are super thin because it's used to silence. So it's very easy to overhear people, even down here in the classrooms, which is where I am. I'm doing this from the classrooms because we don't have Wi-Fi on our residence floors. So the center, the John Felice Rome Center, is all one building. So we have level -2, level 0, and then 1 through 4. 2 through 4 are all residence dorms. I'm rooming with a girl named Christy, who I know from Loyola. Her and I were Agape leaders together. She's really awesome. So I'm looking forward to getting to know her more this semester. The residence floors don't have Wi-Fi on them. Floors 1, 0, and -0, we aren't sure why, or sorry, -2, we aren't sure why there's not a -1 floor. But those floors all have Wi-Fi. Christy and I lucked out because we're just on floor 2. Her and I happen to have Wi-Fi in our room, but it's very, very spotty. She gets really good Wi-Fi on her bed, and I get really good Wi-Fi for my computer over my desk, but my phone can't get the Wi-Fi. And it is something that I have to every, I'd say 15, 20 minutes, turn off the Wi-Fi on my computer and turn it back on for the Wi-Fi to continue working. So it really isn't great, and that's made communication even harder. The time change has made it difficult enough, but no Wi-Fi on top of that has made it more difficult. Oh. The way that my phone is set up, I have Wi-Fi I can use as much as I'd like. I also have texting, but no calls, and so the easiest way to call me is through Skype or through Marco Polo, which is an app that kind of combines Snapchat and Skype. You're allowed to leave really long messages. It works out really well, so if you don't have Marco Polo already, my mom started a little group message-esque thing on Marco Polo, so where I post updates when I'm actually out doing things, and then it uploads later once I get onto Wi-Fi again, which works really great. So if you aren't on that already, I would highly recommend. I haven't posted very much because I haven't really been out and about. This week has been orientation, as I said earlier. The first 2 to 3 days we were stuck here in the center just doing orientation things. We had a lot of sessions on our SLAs, which is the RA of the Rome Center. It's a student life assistant. We had meetings on just different cultural differences, different workshops on resources on campus, health and fitness, basically anything that you would have as a freshman. We have here in Rome because it's all different. Surviving Italian courses. We had different paperwork filling out sessions, different sessions on our room, sessions on technology, just anything that you can think of that we could have a session on, we had one. So the first 3 days were a little rough just because it was consecutive sitting and listening sessions. Now those are over with. We've taken a few outings now. One of the days, I feel like I don't know what the days are. What days are today? On Saturday? Yeah. On Saturday, we got to go and see the Coliseum, which was amazing, and I have pictures posted in the photo gallery. All of the SLAs took all of us and dropped us off, and we were able to see the Coliseum and then the Roman Forum, which is there and huge and amazing. We got to spend time there, and then they kind of left us there and were like, find your way back. And that's down in closer to Rome City Center, or their downtown, so we had to navigate our way back to campus, which was fun. I was with a group of girls, and we ended up walking from the Roman Forum to the Trevi Fountain, seeing that, getting some gelato, and then taking the metro and then the bus back to campus. I'm still really confused about transit, and I'm not really comfortable yet, but that's something I'm going to need to get comfortable with, so it was nice to kind of have that push to be forced to do that. On Sunday, we all 200, there were about 198 students, so all 200 of us were taken on buses to Tusia. It's about an hour and a half outside of Rome. We were taken there to a little city. It had a walking tour of their historic center, and then we're taken up to a lodge a little further away on a hill, and had like a Italian meal, traditional Italian meal, which takes around 3 hours. I've had 2 of those now. The former was on Friday night. We had like a neighborhood dinner in our neighborhood, Balduina, and we're taken to have it like a traditional dinner. Really, really yummy food. Not what I was expecting, but it's all been really great. Because I'm not a huge meat eater, I've been eating a lot of eggplant, which is usually their substitute for meat, and it's all been really great. I'm not the biggest fan of eggplant, but I don't dislike it, so it's been really good. Classes start this next week, so I'm really excited for that. I'm applying to 2 work positions on campus. There's a position to babysit and tutor for families in the neighborhood, and I'm really excited to apply for that. I'm also applying for a position in the IC, which is our library or information commons. I'm also excited to play calcio, this semester, which is soccer on campus. It's like intramural soccer team, and I'm really excited to play that this year. What else? Oh, study trips. Something the school does that is really cool is called study trips, where the SLAs or SLAs organize trips around a subject to help inform us students, but also take us somewhere. The one that I signed up for that I'm really excited about is a trip to Malta to study the refugee crisis that's occurring there. Malta is also a beautiful island, and I'm really excited to hear the language Maltese, which I've been told is a combination of Arabic, English, and Italian, which is going to be really cool. So I'm excited to hear the language and spend time there over a weekend. It's going to be really fun. So I'm getting really excited for that trip. Emotionally, this week has definitely been a roller coaster. There have been lots of ups and downs. I think there are a lot of things that were impactful that I didn't think would be. I think the time difference was a lot more drastic, or affected me a lot more than I thought that it would. I think that a lot of the times my mind's not been in this place for beginning the semester, and that was discouraging. I think just I'm a lot more out of my comfort zone than I thought I would be. As someone who has traveled a lot and as someone who went away for school, I think I considered this experience as, oh, it'll be fine. Oh, I have nothing to worry about, but was met with a very different experience than I was expecting. I think I'm a lot further outside of my comfort zone than I thought I would be, and right now that's something that I'm really excited about, but a few days ago that was definitely something that was really daunting. I was wanting to study abroad in Spain, and when that wasn't an option, I chose to come here to Rome, and I'm really excited for that, and glad that I made that decision. But there were definitely moments earlier in the week where I was really questioning why I was here and why I had chosen this and why I had put myself in this position when I'm really, really happy with the home and the life that I've created in Chicago. But I have really supportive family and really supportive friends that kind of redirected my attention to not why I'm here, but just being excited for me. All my friends in Chicago are being really supportive and really encouraging, and they're really excited for me and the experience I'm going to have. So I have a lot of positive influences that are really, really helping me to be focused on the coming semester and all the opportunities I'm going to have, and to do my best work here academically, but also to branch out socially and to just see as much of this place as I can and really embrace the culture, which is great. Like, everyone hopes for friends like that. So I'm really thankful that those are the friends that I have. I think this is also a great opportunity for me to explore my faith in ways that I haven't before. I've never been in a situation where I didn't have a local church and that it was difficult for me to get involved with a local church. I look forward to relying on God in new ways, both seeking out quiet times with the Lord, but also with others. A lot of members of Agape and Ecclesia are here with me, including Christy, and I know that we've all talked about doing little Bible studies. Christy really wants to go and find a local church here to attend for a few Sundays and see how that is. The campus also offers Mass, and while I'm not Catholic, I do enjoy going and being in a formal setting for church. So there are a lot of options, and I'm excited for the next 14 to 15 weeks. The semester here is shorter. I'm excited for classes to start, and I'm excited to get to know everyone better. I'm excited to be more comfortable with the school and in the neighborhood, and definitely excited to be more comfortable in the language. I think that the biggest difference has been the language barrier. I've traveled a lot, and I'm not used to a language barrier, at least not to this degree, because I've always traveled to Spanish-speaking countries. At least when I've been older, I've traveled to Spanish-speaking countries, and so I've always had some semblance of the language, even when we went to Mexico when I hadn't taken a lot of Spanish. Every single person I talked to, every single person, like without fail, I would mention, I'm going to Italy and I don't speak any Italian. Like, oh no. And everyone's like, oh, you'll be fine. It's Italy. So, it's a European country. I'm sure that they'll know English, or there'll be enough people that know English. And if not, you speak Spanish and French. It won't be an issue. So I'm going into it and I'm like, yeah, like, it won't be an issue. Like, I speak 3 languages. I should be fine. Like, at least I'll be able to get around with my knowledge of Romance languages. Sin embargo, eso no era la realidad. Desde el momento en que llegué a Italia hasta ahora, no he oído ningún español. Ninguna. Nadie aquí con quien he hablado sabe espagnol. Et donc, je pensais peut-être le français, mais pas de chance. Bien qu'il y ait parfois des signes français, peu de gens parlent français. Je suis absolument inutile quand je veux communiquer à les gens. So, I've been really helpless. Absolutely helpless. But it was embarrassing, like, to know nothing. Absolutely nothing. Like, I was walking, my taxi driver, he didn't know where the hotel or where I was staying was. He said he was just kind of like, pulled over and like looked at me like, get out, until I got out, paid him. I was kind of looking around, and I didn't have anything on I had no way of looking it up on my phone. And so I was going into stores, asking people, just showing them the address. And I walked in and I realized I didn't even know how to say hello. I did not know how to say hello. I didn't know how to say yes. I know how to say no. No. But yeah, I had no knowledge of the language. I was absolutely helpless. So I picked up from my experiences. I learned ciao is hello and goodbye. Grazie is thank you. Prego is you're welcome. And buonasera, which is like good afternoon or good evening. Yeah, it was embarrassing. I'll get back to normal writing updates next week. I just felt like there was a lot to say, and it would be easiest to do this way, to embrace the laziness. All is well here, and yeah, look at pictures and videos and send me Marco Polos, because I spend a lot of time on that app. Bye!